Well, Merry Christmas, everybody, and if you're a freedom fighter, then Happy Brexmas as well from me, Nigel Farage, and Lacey Butcher. So it's Christmas Day, so I'm gonna have to wear this, as you know, obviously. So we know that Brexit is now completely finished. Last year we left the European Union. This year we've finally ended the transition period with a trade deal. Again, we're still waiting for the complete details, but we have some more summary since yesterday. I'm going to talk about more details of especially fisheries in the next video, but today let's celebrate, and today let's just talk about the meltdowns that the Remainers have had, specifically the mainstream media. The BBC have come out. You know, the BBC, they have a charter that they're supposed to be impartial, professional, don't express opinions. Apparently not. So there's this piece by Faisal Islam. What Boris Johnson's mistake tells us about our future. The actual headline is already biased. So they're not too happy about the fact that Brexit has actually happened and the transition period has actually ended, and that trade deal that Brexiteers promised has been delivered. I'm going to go through a number of, I'm going to pay tribute to a number of Remainers in this video for having a meltdown and for the lies that they've been spreading for the past 4.5 years. But the BBC, let's start with this article because it makes absolutely no sense. So Faisal Azam starts talking about the political victory for the Prime Minister with upfront control taken back in a deal struck in a very short time. I mean, not necessarily short time. It was almost a year, but okay. And but then he's talking about how, in economic terms, it prevents the equivalent of a low-level tariff trade war. Yeah, we know that. So no barriers in terms of trade, in terms of tariffs, and also quotas. But he's gonna spin it in this article to say that, well, it's not fully true, is it? Because there are barriers, there are non-tariff barriers to trade between the UK and the European Union. Spoiler alert, he's lying. But so he's talking about how the UK has stayed in the free trade zone, stretching from Iceland to Russia, as Vote Leave promised ahead of the referendum. So that's true. But his manifest error in declaring that there are no non-tariff barriers for trade with the European Union had business leaders falling off their chairs. All right, so he's talking about bureaucracy and paperwork, which has got nothing to do with actual barriers or blockage. So the next bit, he's talking about how the trade barriers avalanche and how, while we wait for the 2,000-page legal details of the deal, that, quote, might help both explain a lot about the last 4 years and map out some rocky moments ahead. He's essentially talking about how, because of the new arrangements, we are going to have some paperwork, so there are going to be some more checks for businesses before trading, before traveling, and apparently that means that's blocking trade between the UK and the EU. So just because some bureaucracy happens, which I'm not happy about, I don't like red tapes or bureaucracy either, but that's just how the European Union works. So blame them, not us. So just because businesses have to now go with a number of paperwork every time they want to trade, then they say this is a barrier. That means businesses can't trade from Europe to the UK. Now, that's a lie. They can't actually trade. It's the same with the fact that we have gotten rid of free movement, and that means as Remainers are coming out to say, "Oh, I can't move to live or work in Europe anymore." That's not true. You can still move to live or work in your beloved France or Germany. I love how none of the Remainers want to go and work in Croatia. It's always, France, Spain, or Germany. But but no, this is still happening. This is a lie. Ignore what the BBC are saying, because what the deal is saying, as I said, we have the summary, and Lance Foreman has already tweeted that zero tariffs, zero quota, access to the single market without actually being tied politically, being aligned to the European Union. No European Court of Justice jurisdiction, no European Union regulations, and no membership fees. The only tricky part is this short to medium term issue with the fisheries, 5-year transition period. But we have, because the European Union wanted 100% access, and they wanted 14 years. Initially, they wanted permanent access, but then they said 14 years. We brought it down to 5 years, and then within the next 5 years, we now have the opportunity to build up our fishing industry so that we'll be able to catch all the fish that we actually have in our waters. So that's the biggest compromise that Boris Johnson made in order to have no political alignment with the European Union. A lot of people are happy about that. But let's talk about the crybabies. It's Christmas. Let's cheer up. The European Union have a lot of fanboys. One of them, LBC's James O'Brien. I received my first Christmas present, not today, but it was in fact yesterday, Christmas Eve, because James O'Brien blocked me for no reason. I wasn't even tweeting at him. I was not tagging his Twitter handle. I got blocked by James O'Brien. A number of other people have already been blocked, but unfortunately he doesn't know that we have people in our team that haven't been blocked, so we can still see his tweets. So we got this tweet, which is from September 2019. James O'Brien said, "It's not complicated. Johnson wants to crash out with no deal because, but blame, well, that's not grammar, but okay, blame it on the European Union. It's the only way he can both retain power and continue to pretend that the whole project wasn't daft and doomed from the start. He's pretending to negotiate and punishing the truth-telling Tories." So a number of people like James O'Brien pretending that this was always the plan, to crash out. Well, that didn't happen, did it, James? Because Femi didn't have a good night last night. Christmas Eve. He tweeted, "It's Christmas Eve and I'm at my desk writing an article about the Brexit deal while constantly refreshing the commission page so I can see the full text." This is genuinely the saddest tweet I've seen on Christmas Eve, and I've seen a lot of sad tweets. So I'm not sure what Femi wants to do now. He's going to launch the Rejoin the European Union campaign, or I don't know, working Pizza Hut. Whatever he wants to do is his freedom now. We are a free, independent and sovereign country, Femi. You can do whatever you want. Next, we have Ed Davey. Sir Ed Davey, former leader of the Liberal Democrats. They're like a political party. They used to be big, but yeah, they don't matter anymore. He tweeted, "We will never get a trade deal done in 12 months. He tweeted this in December 2019, a year ago. "In December next year," which is now, "we will be facing no deal or the Conservatives going back on their word." Okay. Well, that didn't... again, all these predictions, it's the same. We've been laughing at these people since 2016 when they said, you vote to leave the European Union and, you know, the world is going to end and Japan are going to take over Canada. I don't know, all the weird things are going to happen. None of it happened because it's not true. Now, the issue that continues is, where is Steve Bray, the Stop Brexit man? He's not too happy, is it? He's going to actually have to get a real job now. So we don't know where Steve Bray is currently, but expect him to come back out after Christmas. He's probably just eating his Brussels sprouts. But my thoughts and prayers are with Steve Bray in these dark times. So what we have is some tweets. It's Christmas, so this is your present. There's Jane Rackham, who says, hashtag FBP, obviously, "There are millions of British people who are heartbroken to be leaving the European Union. To us, today is not a day of celebration." Guess who replied to her tweet? AC Grayling, our favourite Remainer. Well, one of the favourite. We have so many. He said, "We will be back." Back where? I'm really confused what he wants to do, but apparently they have a plan. He's got hashtag rejoin and hashtag reform. I'm not sure what he wants to reform. Is he going to reform the EU? Is he going to reform the UK? Reform Twitter? Reform his haircut? Because it's a terrible hairstyle. So that's AC Grayling kicking off because he wants to come back. And finally, we have this tweet. Dan Haley, when the Brexit deal was being announced. "Brexit deal imminent. The fight to rejoin the EU starts now." Are you guys ready? A lot of people thought, we finished the transition period and this channel is going to be redundant and irrelevant. No, they're going to start a campaign again, so I'm going to keep going. So, Alex Wickham tweeted that the Labour Party are going to vote for the deal before even reading the document. 2,000 pages document, and the Labour Party have said, the same Labour Party who said, we are going to wait to read the deal first. They said, we're going to vote for the deal. As predicted, classic Labour Party. Let's avoid the Labour Party because it's not even worth mentioning. We have this weird tweet from Sam Page. "My kids deserve better than this Brexit deal. Takes away their rights." So one of them says, "I didn't vote to lose my freedom of movement. What does that say over there? It says, yeah, it's the hashtag we didn't vote for this. And then the other one says, I didn't vote to lose my EU health insurance card. These are the most middle-class arguments ever. All we need that's kind of left out is someone with a sign saying, I didn't vote to get rid of my Romanian Pret barista. So I don't understand what they're talking about. You still have the right to move to Europe. You still have the right to use health insurance. Just pay for it. Simple. So, last one, I promise. Last tweet. Ron Wilson. A reminder that Scotland voted to remain in the EU. Hashtag we didn't vote for this. He looks very, very sad. Well, sure. I mean, so did Hampstead and Hackney. Does that mean Hampstead and Hackney should rejoin and then the rest of the country become independent? Not really sure what the argument here is, because the country voted, not towns, not cities, not regions. And I don't like the word region; it's very European. This is not how it works. But okay, what we have is it's Christmas time, and Lacey has made me do this, which is actually a good idea. It was her idea, but we're doing it. So, for the members of the channel, as a thank you for the support that you've given us this year, we are doing a exclusive Zoom video call, a number of them actually, from the 27th to the 6th, with the exception of the 31st of December and the 1st of January, because everybody's going to be either drunk or hungover in their living room because we can't go out. But we're going to have, for the members, all these dates. I believe the first couple of dates, or the 2 or 3 dates, have already been sold out. I've posted the actual link. If you remember, you go to the community tab on my YouTube channel, and you can see the post, and it says members only, special announcement. We've got the link how to sign up to the actual Zoom video call. Essentially, the plan is to have a number of people, small groups every day, members, to obviously get involved with this video call that I have. Talk to me directly. Lacey will be there too. And just ask any questions you have, or just want to say anything that you want. This is just a massive thank you, because obviously everybody has been supporting the channel. I fully understand, and thank you so much everyone for subscribing and watching all the videos. But obviously the people who are members have been contributing their time, everything, their money. So I want to give something back. So me, Lacey, from the 27th, will be on these Zoom calls. They're selling out very quickly, so there's only a few slots left. So just click on the link, as I said. Go on YouTube, go on community tab on my channel, and then go on obviously the special announcement page and click on the link. It's an Eventbrite link. Just click on it and sign up. Thanks again for watching. Happy Christmas, happy Brexmas. I'm going to wait for the details of the actual deal to come out properly to review everything. And tomorrow we're going to come back and talk about Channel 4, because they are apparently mocking the Queen's speech. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tousi. I'll see you guys in the next video.